What up and welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to Real Talk Reviews, Real Talk, no bullshit. Now, this is part two um, of my video blog that I'm doing, showcasing some of the what I consider to be the best of this current generation. Some of the games that pretty much defined what next generation would be. Like I mentioned before, we're heading into about November, December. So the new consoles are going to drop: the Xbox One, the PS4. Exciting stuff. So this is the you know like I said, we're heading into a new generation of stuff. So this is what I'm going to outline in this one. Well, not really outline. This is just my opinion of what I thought was some of the more impressive games of this current generation on Xbox and PS3. You know, if you, like I said in the last one again, if you remember, when the Xbox 360 dropped first in 2005, um, 2005, yeah, 2005, and for a while, for the first few months of that console's life cycle, man, the first set of games that came out, they were decent, but they didn't really show off what the system can do. They were pretty much just upgraded versions of what was out on Xbox at that time, the original Xbox at that time. Um, and even the few exclusives, new not exclu well, new games exclusives or whatever, like Cameo and Perfect Dark Zero, those didn't wasn't really even that big of a jump than what was out currently. I think the only two games out of that like out of the launch games that were actually any really good was Call of Duty 2 and Project Gotham Racing 2. Those two were tight. That was pretty, those are pretty damn good. Call of Duty especially was really good, and that's something really. I got a whole thing about Call of Duty, man. And we'll talk about that later. But anyway, we're gonna jump into the first one. This is a game. This is a game that came out, man. That I think this was the very first game on the 360 that I was like, damn, when I saw it. I was like, what the fuck. I was just blown away by it. Capcom's Lost Planet. If you haven't played it, um, check it out. It's a third-person shooter. The whole game is based in kind of like a frozen wasteland, Siberia type place. Where you got these giant bugs called acrits running around. You have to shoot them, and when you shoot them, they drop out. They get drop off the yellow energy stuff that you pick up. That's your life force. And there's another little. There's a story to go along with it, with whatever. But it was a decent game though. It was good. I mean, the graphics on it was like mind blowing. I mean, for me anyway. When I first saw it, I was blown away by it. I'm gonna show you a little bit of that one right now. So, um, we'll get into it. Sorry about the camera shake. I just kicked the computer desk and this whole thing. But whatever. Um, they got a part. They made a part two, and I know Lost Planet 3 is getting ready to come out, which I'm not excited about at all. It looks kind of whack. It looks like a rip off of Dead Space. Part two was cool. It could have been better, but they did what a lot of these game companies are doing now that I absolutely cannot stand. Is they are always throwing a multiplayer component into the game. Developers, stop doing that shit. Stop taking good single player games and adding on these little weak multiplayer aspects just to try to cash in. Just because Halo and Call of Duty has been successful with that does not mean your game will be. I'm talking to you, Assassin's Creed. I'm talking to Metal Gear. I'm talking to even Ninja Gaiden to some extent. I love the Ninja Gaiden games, but even Ninja Gaiden 3 would have been a whole lot better if they didn't put that whack ass multiplayer in it and would have concentrated on the single player. And I hear this new Batman Arkham Asylum game, Batman Arkham Origins game coming out, sequel to two of the best the superhero video games ever made. That's something else we'll look at later. But that game is supposed to have a multiplayer in it. It's whack. Stop doing it. Sony, Santa Monica Studios, you ruined God of War because you had to put a whack ass multiplayer component in it. Stop doing that shit. It's whack. Needs to cut it out. Stop it. Anyway, that's my rant about that. So let's take a look at Lost Planet. All right. What up? What up? What up? So check it out. This is it. This is Lost Planet, the very first one, the good one. Um, this was an E3. This is the demo that they put out for E3. This is another reason why I love E3 when it comes out, because they always, a lot of times the demos that they use at the show, they put out at home for people to check out the games, and I love that, man. That's just even though the games might not come out till a year later, but still you get to check it out. But anyway, I mean, look at this, man. This is a first generation game. I was like, when I mean, and it might not look so. I mean, it still look good, but man, this might be better looking stuff out there right now. But man, this was, this was off the chain. And just to backtrack real quick, I know I said I was talking about the best launch game. I said Call of Duty 2 and Project Gotham Racing 2. It was actually Project Gotham Racing 3. PGR 3 was the one that came out. So my fault about that. But yeah, man. I mean, look at this. You got these little, these acrits, man. These bugs, they jump at you. Only thing that was wrong with this game, the gameplay was a little stiff. The gameplay was a little stiff, so that kind of threw, that threw some of the reviewers off. But other than that, man, it was nothing. It was nothing like this at the time when this came out, man. It was, this was just pretty dope, man. You see, I'm just shooting that shit. Back up off me. Back up off me. Quit tugging on my silk drawers. I was trying to get to the part. It's going to be a big one that's going to pop out right here in a minute. Check it out. Well, hold on. Let me grab this gun. There you go. They trying to gang up on the brother. Back up off me. Back up off me. Where's the Big Daddy at? Where he at? You even had like a little grappling hook, which was tight, man. So you can, there you go. You had a grappling hook with it that was tight, man. So you can traverse high terrain. And I remember when I seen this, man. This part right here had me bugging. Excuse the wordplay there, but this had me bugging out when I seen it, man. I mean, and I still think this looks good to this day. And this is a first generation game. It's awesome. Here's another part when you into you fight the thing. You're in this hangar, then you got mechs. This is one of the first games that had mechs you can ride in them, man. And it was, shoot rockets at a motherfucker. Look at him, right in the butt, boy. Boo! Let's go. So anyway, yeah, this was Lost Planet. This was one of the original Xbox 360 games. Like I said, this was off the hook. This was tight. I just you can look at it and tell that the graphics on here was off the chain at the time, man. You got these. I like these things here, man. They roll them to these little balls and they come rolling at you. Man, you can't tell me that this ain't dope. I was gonna get the chain gun, but I was like, nah, that's too heavy. Tied out, that's the grappling hook I was telling you about. Get some energy real quick. Tied out. Try to run, bro. He got me. I mean, look at the scenery on this, man. Look at the backdrop. There's another scene I'm gonna show you in like a minute here. It's gonna get into it. And that was real tight, man. It's coming up here when you go into the lair. the beehive or whatever you want to call it, man. These little things that look like trilobites. So yeah, so that's pretty dope. I got ran over by the avalanche there. Here we go. See, we about to run up in this cave right here. This cave is real dope. Check that out. I mean, you can't tell me that ain't tight. That's off the chain. You get up in there. Look at this, man. You get up in this cave. Now, keep in mind, this was, you know, first generation stuff, man. This was just, I was blown away. I was like, man, I was blown away by this. I was just like, this is crazy. Getting hit by these. I don't know what these things look like little flying manta rays or something, man. These bugs, but got my shotgun blowing the nest open. Look, now you can't tell me this ain't dope. You know, look, check it out. Oh, Lordy Lord, nope, not today. I'm back. Yeah, so this is Capcom's Lost Planet. Like I said, this is the first game that came out. First game that came out that really blew me away, man. I was awestruck when I saw this. I mean, there was nothing else out like it at the time. There's nothing.